Ruth Buzzi, the razor-sharp comedic powerhouse whose legendary spinster character Gladys Ormphby made slapping down creeps with a purse into an art form on Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In, has passed away. She died on Thursday at her Texas ranch, nestled near Fort Worth, at the age of 88. Her longtime agent, Michael Eisenstadt, confirmed the news, revealing that complications related to Alzheimer's disease, which Buzzi had been battling for the last decade, ultimately claimed the life of one of comedy's most distinctive voices. For a generation raised on psychedelic colors, rapid-fire punchlines, and groovy catchphrases, Ruth Buzzi wasn't just a sketch comedian. She was a comedic thunderclap in a cardigan. Her most iconic role, Gladys Ormphby, was a cautious, prudish old maid with a mean swing and zero tolerance for lecherous old men. Always dressed in a depressing brown cardigan, orthopedic shoes, a sagging skirt, and a hairnet twisted into a sad little knot at the top of her forehead, Gladys became a feminist icon in her own bizarre way. She didn't take nonsense from anyone, and she really didn't care if it came from a man in a suit or a famous crooner. Purse ready. Game on. A sketch show. Star in a sea of icons. If Saturday Night Live defined the late 70s and beyond, Laugh-In was its bold, chaotic, Technicolor ancestor. Airing on NBC from 1968 to 1973, the variety sketch show mashed together slapstick, satire, and psychedelia. Its cast was a veritable who's who of rising stars and comic talent: Goldie Hawn, Lily Tomlin, Judy Carne, Joanne Worley, Gary Owens, and Henry Gibson. Yet among this whirlwind of personalities, Ruth Buzzi carved out her space with ruthless precision. Her Gladys character stole every sketch she entered. Gladys often found herself accosted by the pervy and persistent Tyrone F. Horney, played with eerie glee by Arte Johnson. Tyrone would shuffle next to her on a park bench, lean in a little too close, deliver a creepy one-liner. "Do you believe in the hereafter? Then you know what I'm here after." And bam, purse to the face. It was more than slapstick. Gladys wasn't just a character. She was a satirical statement on how the older, more conservative generation was trying to navigate the wild world of the sexual revolution. She was both repulsed by and intrigued by the suggestion of intimacy. And she was hilarious in how she fought it. One swinging handbag at a time. Beyond the bench, although Gladys Ormphby became Buzzi's signature, she was no one-trick performer. Her career spanned decades, formats, and platforms. She lit up summer stock stages, dipped her toe into Broadway with a quirky triple role in Sweet Charity as the Good Fairy, a woman in a hat and a receptionist, and made appearances in movies like Disney's The Apple Dumpling Gang Rides Again and the freaky body swap comedy Freaky Friday. But there was something about television that really suited Buzzi's brand of elastic, expressive comedy. Her rubbery face could go from startled to furious in a heartbeat. Her comic timing, both physically and vocally, was second to none. She did guest spots on The Monkees, Here's Lucy, and Alice, and popped up on That Girl as a sidekick to Marlo Thomas's plucky protagonist. Buzzi's brand of comedy was big, bold, and often didn't even require words. Just a raised eyebrow or a widened stare from Gladys could send an audience howling. Roasts, ribbing, and reinvention. Buzzi didn't shy away from ribald humor either. In fact, she leaned into it, often as the swinging purse-wielding Gladys, at a string of celebrity roasts hosted by none other than Dean Martin. These were no-holds-barred events where stars like Frank Sinatra and Muhammad Ali got their egos bruised, physically and comedically, by Buzzi's Gladys, who stormed in like a grandma-shaped tornado of righteous fury. On one episode of The Dean Martin Show, Gladys storms the set, demanding equality. "Why can't I be a cue card girl?" she demands, after seeing a more traditionally attractive woman perform the role. "You name one thing she's got that I haven't got." Dean Martin's response, as cheeky as it was dated, delivered the punchline. I can't name one, but I can name two. That kind of humor, particularly about Gladys's looks, wouldn't land the same way today, and probably wouldn't be greenlit in the first place. But back then, Buzzi's ability to flip the punchline right back around with a glare and a swing of the purse was what made her unforgettable. A softer side, Sesame Street and cartoons. Even kids got a taste of Buzzi's brilliance. She lent her voice to Sesame Street, voicing Susie Kabloozy and running a secondhand store. She also brought a toned-down version of Glattis to animated life in the series Baggy Pants and the Nitwits, once again teaming up with Arte Johnson, this time with Tyrone a little less creepy and a lot more cartoonish. And let's not forget Granny Goodwitch. Buzzi's voice brought life to the cereal magic of Sugar Bear commercials for